Day 70, and you have been doing so incredibly well. You've been reading the message of Jesus. You've been making yourself familiar with the stories and the accounts, the parables, the big picture of why Jesus came, as we've read in Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and now in John. I want to encourage you, some of us already doing this, to find someone that you can share with regularly, once a week or so, what it is that you have been reading, what you have been learning, and then to pray together around that. And similarly, I want to challenge you to be really bold around the gospel. The gospel we should definitely receive. That is an important part of the gospel. We have to accept it and take it on board in our lives. But so much of the joy in the gospel is in retelling it, in sharing it. And so the stories that you have been reading, the parables, the accounts that have struck your heart, that have challenged, encouraged, inspired you, make them part of your verbal culture. Find people to tell about that, whether they're Jesus followers already or not. Maybe they read the Bible. They're going to know exactly the story straight away. Maybe they're a follower of Jesus, but that account that you've told them, they haven't heard it, or they haven't heard it in that light. Maybe they're not Jesus followers, and you can bring the good news of Jesus to them. John chapter 2, John is bringing the good news of Jesus to us. And we saw yesterday his style is very different to that of the Synoptic Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. But so is his content. In Matthew, Mark, and Luke, we focused on Jesus' ministry in and around Galilee, and the last week or so in Jerusalem. John focuses on Jesus' ministry around Jerusalem. This is not contradicting the Synoptic Gospels. It is complementing. He is adding in parts of the story that the Synoptic Gospels didn't cover. And so we see Jesus' very first miracle is because his mom tells him to do it at a wedding. I love that it was at a wedding. He turns water into wine, a beautiful prophetic symbol there that the best wine is the latter wine. The new covenant is so much better than the old covenant. And a beautiful discipleship moment here as well. Jesus' mother tells the servants, just do what Jesus tells you to do. Words to live by. Just do whatever Jesus tells us to do. I love that sort of as a discipleship theme or ethos or motto of sorts. And then his first public ministry that Jesus does is to cleanse the temple. We saw in the Synoptic Gospels, this was right at the end of Jesus' ministry. John puts it right at the start. It's most likely that this actually did happen twice, at the beginning of Jesus' life or his ministry, and at the end, just before his crucifixion. And here, John is establishing Jesus' authority over the temple. John is all about showing us, the big word is the deity, the godliness, that Jesus is God. And so we're going to see words like glory appear often, the glory of Jesus, just highlighting to readers that Jesus is glorious. He himself is God.